There's a sporting UK body that's female focused, okay? And the reason why working with this particular organisation sticks in my mind is because I was excited by the work they were doing to support their 10-year strategy for inclusion within that particular sport. And they had several challenges within the sport they were trying to address. One of the current challenges, for example, is the trans debate, which crossed a number of sports, and they were dealing that with at the time. And what they really were looking for is to ensure the sport was more inclusive than it was, because it played to a certain demographic, but more around socioeconomic class than race, gender, and that was a particular element. And what excited me about that was not only just looking about supporting the family, and so that was players, coaches, the bodies, the officiating bodies, the referees involved. So did a program that involved everyone across the family, nationally. So I think that was over 250,000 people involved in that particular project. So there was that aspect we looked at. But what was also really key about, they had this kind of mantra by inclusion by design. And I really liked that because it was going beyond training. It started at the very first touch point when a young girl wanted to enter the sport, for example, or a young boy entered the sport. And actually, how could they maintain contact as they kind of grew up? Because one of the challenges they had when boys hit a certain age, they left the sport. And so they literally lost them. And they had that challenge also for female talent, but more so boys. And one of the ambitions was to keep them involved in that sport. And one of the kind of key outcomes for me was about not only learning about the data and about kind of initiatives to make sport more inclusive, is also doing this inclusion training as well for their people around and touching base and hearing their stories and hearing their insights and hearing really how excited they were for the future change as well.